Welcome viewers to this Polymath bookkeeping instructional video. I am Ingrid Edstrom of Polymath LLC and Ashland Bookkeeping Services, and this is episode 2 in our 13-part series on the changes and updates going on in QuickBooks Online. This video is an introduction to the workflow and tools in the new QuickBooks Online Harmony. If you would like to see a comparison of the classic QuickBooks Online to these new tools, go to our website and check out episode 1 of this series. Be sure to watch the full series to get the whole picture of how QuickBooks Online has changed and for deeper introductions into the specific tools. For now, let's just take a quick tour of the new QuickBooks Online Harmony. If you have recently upgraded to Harmony from the classic version of QuickBooks Online, this is how your new homepage looks. Notice that the tabs that were previously across the top of the screen in the classic version are now down the left-hand side of the screen. This page also includes a private mode so that you can hide your information if you are working in a public place, such as an airport or coffee shop. From your homepage, you have an easy view of the bank accounts linked in your QuickBooks Online. You can also connect another bank account directly from within your home screen for added convenience. Clicking on a bank account will take you to the Downloaded Transactions window. We will go a bit deeper into the Downloaded Transactions window later in this video. If you scroll down on the home screen, you will see Activities on your right. This tool shows you both upcoming things If you scroll down on the home screen, you will see Activities on your right. This tool shows both upcoming things that need your attention as well as past activities in QuickBooks. You can filter this tool for a specific activity, for example, invoices. This will show you all of the invoices that have been entered recently. The final additions that we want to touch on for your new homepage are the Insights tools at the center of the page. These give you a colorful breakdown of your income and expenses and your profit and loss. These are great ways to get a glimpse at where your company is at. These are great ways to get a quick glimpse of where your company's These are great ways to get a quick glimpse of your company's growth and health. Next, we're taking a look at our new Customers page. Next, we are taking a look at the new Customers page. This page can be accessed by clicking on the Customers tab at the left-hand side of the screen. From this page, you can add a new customer, access customer information, and handle invoicing, payments, and other transactions. Similar to the Customers page, Next, we'll take a look at the new Customers page. This page can be accessed by clicking on the Customers tab at the left-hand side of your screen. From this page, you can add a new customer, access customer information, and handle invoicing, payments, and other client transactions. Similar to the Customers page, this is the new Vendors page, which can be accessed by clicking on the Vendors tab at the left-hand side of your screen. From this page, you can create a new vendor and review individual vendor information. Clicking on a vendor's name brings up a page specific to the information and transactions for that vendor. From each vendor's page, you can create bills, enter expenses, write a check, or enter a purchase order for that particular vendor. Now we'll take a look at the Employees page, which can be accessed by clicking on the Employees tab on the left side of your screen. This is where you would go to add an employee, run payroll, or look at past paychecks. If you look at an individual employee, you can view and edit their profile details and see a history of their paychecks. When you click on the Transactions tab at the left side of your screen, you will notice that it opens into a drop-down menu that includes banking, sales, expenses, and registers. Some of you may also have a Print Checks link in this drop-down menu, as QuickBooks is currently testing the effectiveness of having a Print Checks tool in this location. When you click on the banking link under the Transactions tab, it will bring you to the Downloaded Transactions page. From here, you can view all of the banking, credit card, and PayPal accounts that are currently linked using your personal usernames and passwords for your financial institutions. By linking your accounts, QuickBooks Online downloads your transaction data, and this screen is where you review them to add them to your QuickBooks account registers. By linking your accounts, QuickBooks Online downloads your transaction data, and this screen is where you review your transactions to add them to your QuickBooks account registers or match them to transactions that you have previously entered. This feature saves a lot of time that would be spent on data entry if you had to enter each of these transactions manually. We'll take a closer look at downloading and adding banking transactions in episode 13 of this video series, so please be sure to check out the rest of the videos at polymath.com. The next link under the Transactions tab is the Sales link. This link brings you to the Sales page. Along the top of this screen, you'll see a summary of your unbilled estimates and activities, unpaid invoices, both current and overdue, and the total monies received in the last 30 days. Note that not everyone uses estimates or billable time or expenses tools, so don't be alarmed if your unbilled area does not have any data. Depending on how your merchant services are set up, you can also import sales transactions here. And you can conveniently create new transactions associated with sales directly from within this screen. The next link under the Transactions tab drop-down menu is the Expenses link, which brings you to the Expenses page. From this page, you can see all of the recent expenses, including bills and bill payments, checks, credit card, and cash purchases. Similar to the Sales page, this is a great place to have an overview of all of your recent expenses, and you can conveniently create new bills, expenses, checks, purchase orders directly from within this page. One very important thing to know about this page is that this is where you go to print your checks. Many of our clients have been having a difficult time finding this button from within their QuickBooks Online. So if you write multiple checks to be printed later or pay a group of bills and plan to print all of those checks at once, this is where you go to batch print checks. For single checks, you can still print them from within the same window where you wrote the check. The final link under our Transactions tab drop-down menu is the Registers link. This link brings you to the Registers page. Notice that the Registers includes more accounts than just your banking accounts. On this page, you'll see a list of all of your asset, liabilities, and equity accounts. From here, you can easily access any of these accounts to review the transactions currently in your system or add new transactions directly into each account register. Our next tab from the left side of the screen is the Reports tab. Click on this and it will bring you to the Reports screen. QuickBooks has a wide variety of reports for business owners to use to make educated business decisions. This page is organized very differently from the way that you may be used to from the classic QuickBooks Online. But all of the reports that you have previously viewed are still there. So if you're having difficulty finding a report that you need, try using the fantastic search tool. The tabs. Our next tab from the left side of the screen is the Reports tab. Click on this and it will bring you to the Reports screen. QuickBooks has a wide variety of reports for business owners to use to make educated business decisions. This page is organized very differently from the way that you may be used to from the classic QuickBooks Online, but all of the reports that you used in the past are still here. So if you're having difficulty finding a report that you need using the headers on this window, try using the fantastic search tool. Our next tab from the left side of the screen is the Reports tab. Click on this and it will bring you to the Reports screen. QuickBooks has a wide variety of reports for business owners to use to make educated business decisions. This page is organized very differently from the way that you may be used to in the classic version of QuickBooks Online, but all of the reports that you previously knew and loved are still there. If you're having difficulty finding a particular report that you need using the tabs that are on the report screen, try using the fantastic search tool. Type in any term and it will go looking for it for you. By clicking on the Taxes tab at the left side of your screen, it will open a drop-down menu where you can access tools for your sales taxes or for your payroll taxes. From within QuickBooks, you can set up your system to both calculate and pay all of your taxes. The next tab on your left brings you to the Apps screen. Though QuickBooks is a fantastic program, there are still some industry-specific and more in-depth features that are not built in. QuickBooks has teamed up with other leading programmers to create the tools that easily integrate with their programs. If you find yourself in need of a tool that QuickBooks Online does not offer, this app page is a great place to start looking for a solution. By clicking on the bottom link on your left-hand side, by clicking on the bottom tab on the left menu, you can even order printable checks from directly within your QuickBooks Online software that will be compatible with the check printing tools within QuickBooks. Now that we've covered all of the tabs on the left side, we'll take a quick look at the main menus and other tools at the top of your screen. So from the top of your screen, you can click on the magnifying glass to search for transactions. Just type in an amount, reference number, date, or name. By clicking on the plus sign, also known as the Create menu by QuickBooks Online, you can create a variety of transactions for customers, vendors, employees, and banking. By clicking on the clock, you'll see a list of your most recent transactions. This is very useful if you need to quickly jump into a transaction that was just created to add or change information. By clicking on the cog, gear, or wheel icon, this brings you to the main company settings menu where you can access a variety of tools. For example, this is where you would go to view your chart of accounts, add or remove users, update your billing information in QuickBooks. I recommend exploring each link within this menu in your company file to really get a sense of what each of these essential tools does. You may not need some of them very often, but when you do need them, you will want to know where they are and exactly what they do. Our favorite tool in here that we want to make sure to point out is this feedback link, which is located under your company menu. QuickBooks is actively working to improve QuickBooks Online for you, and your feedback is important to them. Be sure to give specific suggestions for improvement rather than just general criticism. Finally, if you ever get really stuck, don't forget that you can ask for help by clicking on the question mark in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. If you can't find an answer to your questions from the QuickBooks Online support, please feel free to visit polymath.com or go to our Facebook page to ask a question that you might have. Don't be shy. If you have any question, chances are that someone else does too, and we are constantly creating new videos to help small businesses and the QuickBooks users. So that wraps up our quick tour of the workflow in QuickBooks Online Harmony and some of the new features that are now available. Please check out episode 3 for more detailed instructions on how to add a user, and also check out the rest of the series for a more detailed look at how to use each feature within this program. I am Ingrid Edstrom of Polymath LLC and Ashland Bookkeeping Services. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon.